On Central News tonight, a Tauranga woman taking on the world's best in MMA, Soul Shed, the Tauranga startup taking on trade, and counting the wood pigeons. Kia ora, welcome to Central News for Wednesday the 19th of November. I'm Hilary Entwistle. Faith Van Duyn only started mixed martial arts 2.5 years ago, but now she is fourth in the world in the MMA's featherweight division. But there is another challenge just around the corner. Now Faith, you're about to set off for America in December. What's that for?
It's for my debut fight in Invicta FC. It's one of the biggest women's MMA promotions in the world. So yeah, I'm the first in New Zealand to do so.
Wow, that's some pretty big expectation on your shoulder there.
A little bit.
So any professional sport is quite financially hard at times. How are you got to fundraise to get over to America?
I started fundraising. I do it all year round, so wherever I go I can take my team with me, and I got sponsorship from Mass Nutrition. They help with my supplements, and Colourworks help for my prints, and then we have GMP Guitars in America, they're helping as well, and for my fight gear I got Dragon Do, they fight sponsoring that, so yeah.
The training must be pretty intense leading up to the fight?
Yeah, definitely. I train at five different gyms, 3 times a day, 6 days a week. I train at TK Box and Hybrid MMA, which is out of the Martial Arts Academy, and Tauranga Judo Club, Warrior Muay Thai, and what's the other one? And Mount Marlin Wrestling Club. So it gets full on, and all the travelling around. Yeah.
So you train 3 times a day and raise 2 daughters as a single mother. How on earth do you do it all?
Support. I have a lot of support. My mum helps me a lot with the girls and home life, and I work for my brother and sister-in-law, and they help me work around my training schedules. If I need to leave early, turn up late, yeah, all the support I get is amazing.
So for those who don't know, what is MMA?
MMA is mixed martial arts. It's a fighting style where you can use all different disciplines and add them into your game, from striking to grappling, all techniques, from groundwork, stand-up work. Yeah, it's hard work, but yeah.
I mean, if you've got all different types of mixed martial arts, that must mean a whole lot more training, a whole lot more of a skill set to learn.
Yeah, I've stepped up this training camp and added in boxing and judo and wrestling, so that's 3 on top of my other ones I was learning, so, and there's more out there that you can learn.
So with this type of fighting, because it's everything, are there any rules? Obviously you're not allowed to bite in any fighting, but but are there any other rules?
Yeah, there's the basic, like no groin shots or no headbutts, no hitting the back of the head, or knees and kicks to a grounded opponent, just normal rules. Yeah. And
no biting off ears?
No biting. No.
Right. And how did you actually get introduced to the world of MMA?
I had a friend that used to talk about it a lot, and he seemed excited and it seemed exciting. So I needed to do something to get fit, and yeah, I thought I'll give it a go and made some goals to go towards and show my daughters that with anything like hard work and dedication, anything is possible. So yeah.
Because you only started 2.5 years ago. You're the first New Zealand woman to go fight in America in December at this particular tournament. How on earth did you climb so fast? 2.5 years. How did you get there?
Just determination. My mum said I was born with it, so yeah, I like to keep pushing as hard as I can to get to where I want to be. Yeah.
Because before you started, you actually said you wanted to be #1 in the world.
Yeah, I still got my email to the trainer that I wanted to be #1 in the world and I'm at this weight and I want to do this, and yeah, before I even had my first lesson.
Because I mean, that's quite a big goal to have, and you're definitely on your way there. How did you acquire such a determined attitude?
It's in my blood, I think. Yeah, I get it from my mum is determined. Yeah, and she's taught me to go for what I need and what I want in my life. Yeah.
So do you have any advice then for others who might be setting out on not just a fighting career, but their own kind of journey in health and fitness with such a determined attitude?
Just to keep motivated, find something that will push you and never give up. Just keep going. And if you do start giving up, talk to someone that inspires you, I suppose. Yeah.
Who inspires you?
My girls, my daughters, yeah.
So they're pretty proud of their mum then?
Yeah, they definitely am. They want to fight, but I don't want them to. It's too scary.
If you'd like to support Faith and help her get to the States, you can by visiting tmaa.co.nz/civicrm/contribute/transact. Up next, a startup company changing the way we sell things. Welcome back to Central News on TV Central. The way you buy and sell goods may change thanks to a startup company in Tauranga and their new Facebook integrated app. I went along to the office of Sellshed to find out more.
Okay, Sellshed is a social trading platform. So we originally developed a iPhone app to make it easy for people to buy, sell and trade products. And it's all about trading to people in your local community.
So is this just another TradeMe-like online selling platform then?
No, it's really nothing like TradeMe. Some people have compared it to TradeMe, but it's totally different. It's more of a mobile trading platform. So people, we encourage them to use their mobile to list products, and it's really fast to use. So you can list a product in 30 seconds and have it up on Sellshed, and people can sort of be commenting and making offers on that straight away. It's also completely free, and there are no fees at all to use Sellshed.
So, is there any risks of letting the seller and the buyer actually contact each other directly?
Yeah, well, I mean that's we've been doing that for 10,000 years, haven't we? We've been talking directly between ourselves. We've got a built-in reputation system where you can actually rate people that you're trading with, and you can see if they're the sort of person that you want to deal with. We've also got a report to admin function, so the community can, if they see someone that may be selling something that is not appropriate, the community can actually report those people. And we've also got a full-time admin person who checks every listing, and we've got another part-time admin person checking all the listings as well. So it's a very safe way to trade.
So what made you want to start this app? I mean, was there a big, hole in the market for this? Well,
we've been buying and selling and trading things online for a long time. We just found it wasn't easy. A lot of the trading platforms, it takes a lot of time. You can spend half an hour trying to get something up online. And we wanted to make it easy and mobile. So you can walk around, say, your garage, and you can take photos of things and list them within 30 seconds and have them up online. So we wanted to make something that's fast and not really so clunky as some of the other ones are. Yeah.
So what actually goes into making an app?
It's been a 12-month process, from concept to design to hire an app developer to work on the app, and then it's been 12 months from concept to actually getting the app up to the Apple Store. Yeah, so it's a very complex process.
And so you launched your website as well, though?
Launched the website, yeah, about 3 weeks ago. That's to allow anyone who hasn't got an iPhone to still use their mobile phone to trade. So the website's actually responsive, so it works in the same way as the app. So people can just use their mobile to trade. We had a few people who just have the Android phones, so we thought, hey, let's get the website up and running, and we're actually building the Android app as well. So, and that'll be out in about 6 weeks.
And you are a startup company based here in Tauranga, but Cellshed's actually had quite a lot of interest from overseas.
Yeah, when we first launched, we had, it would have been 3,000 hits from America. We had about 1,500 from the UK. We had people from Mongolia, I think it was only 2 from Mongolia, Italy, all around the world actually checking it out. Because the platform is actually global, so someone can download the app in Mongolia and start trading with their friends in their local community, so anywhere in the world.
So the goal is not just take Tauranga by storm, it's take internationally?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're starting here in New Zealand and then we're going to push it globally.
There is currently no charge for using the app, so how are you guys going to make a profit?
Yes, so we're looking at an advertising revenue model. Yes, so we haven't put that in place yet. That's kind of down the track. At the moment, it's all about just getting the users and the user experience right, and making sure it's functioning properly and everyone's sort of kind of getting it.
Because there seem to be many startups in the Bay. And it's still early days yet, but how have you found the whole process of starting up a startup?
Yeah, well, we're in Auckland every week. You know, it's constantly having to go to Auckland and meeting you know, potential investors, and so sort of a lot of stuff happens in Auckland, but you know, it's really nice to be by the bay, out of the hustle and bustle.
There has been a bit of effort lately, especially in establishing the Bay Plenty into a bit of a Silicon Valley, as you may, of New Zealand. Do you think that's actually possible?
People are saying that, but I think there needs to be a shift in attitude, because I personally think that most of the projects that are getting invested in are more agricultural based, apps for farming and kiwi fruit and these types of things. I think if we do have that shift, yeah, local people have to really understand that there's a global market and it's not just about agricultural things in New Zealand. We have to actually think more like Silicon Valley, if we're going to be like Silicon Valley.
Right, let's see if you can show us how we upload something.
Yeah, sure. So this is the app. You can scroll through the listings and see what people have listed. Kind of every few seconds people are listing something new. There's also a function called Wanted, where people list up things that they want to buy. So here's one: a double-sized blanket, car, fish tank, and then the buyer, then someone who's got that item can come in and approach that person and offer to sell it to them. So I'll show you how to sell something really fast. So you hit the sell button. So say I'm going to sell some sunglasses. I'll go sunglasses, black. Okay, then I'll take a photo of them. Okay, so I'll take a photo. There's my sunglasses. Okay, then category. Just choose a category. Okay, then I'll do a price, so I'll say $100. Okay, and then sell it.
Cellshed is available now to download on iPhone or online. Just ahead, counting Kiruru. Welcome back to Central News. The Great Kiruru Count, a campaign by Forest and Bird, ended a few weeks ago. And the results are in, with increased numbers of the native bird being reported around the Coromandel. Arthur Hines is one of many conservationists devoted to the recovery of the bird's population. He talks with Amanda Harper.
Arthur, how do Kiruru numbers in Whenua-Kete compare to that of 14 years ago when you first started?
Well, 14 years ago we'd have seen 15 or 20 at times, sometimes up to 30, but now we're seeing mobs like that on a very regular basis.
Yeah. And I understand you're seeing them from your own house, I believe.
Very much so. You'll sometimes have 30 or 40 around the house. They strip mulberry trees, magnolias. My wife used to protest that possums are stripping the magnolia buds, but now it's Kiruru that do it.
So would you say there is a bit of a downside to having an increased number of Kiruru?
There is, and it's not only Kiruru, it's Kaka as well, but I can live with that.
You can live with that?
I certainly can.
It's our native birds. Yep. Now, what is your involvement with the Kiwi Care Group? How does that come into things?
Well, I'm the chairman of the group at this stage. We started in 2000 and we've been operating on about 3,500 hectares for the last 14 years, trapping.
Okay.
We've got 500 traps spread over, it's 75 kilometres of bush trap line.
Yeah.
So it is quite an extensive trapping program.
And what type of animals are you trapping?
We were targeting mustelids because, as our name implies, our Kiwi Care Group, but we found that taking the predators out, every native species benefits.
Okay.
As has been shown by the kiriru numbers.
Now, what else does the organisation focus on? What is the sort of main focus of Kiwi Care Group?
Well, it was just focusing mainly on getting rid of introduced predators. The possums, the mustelids, that's the ferrets, stoats and weasels. And we got a large bycatch of rats in our stoat traps. But to date we've got, I think it's about 1,380 stoats over the 14 years, so it has had quite an impact.
Wow, and you're noticing, obviously, with the increased kiriru as well, you're noticing it working.
Very much so. It's all native birds have increased. And in the last 2 or 3 years we've even got tomtits back, and I've never seen them before.
Are those a native bird?
They are, yes, a little black and white native bird, and it's brilliant to see them.
Oh, okay. Now, how would you compare, you've been a farmer, well you are a farmer, how would you compare being a farmer 25 years ago to nowadays in regards to conservation and the environment?
Yeah, there's certainly been a big change, particularly on my own case. I spent about 25 years clearing land and destroying the environment, and I like to think for the last 25 years I've repaired a lot of that damage.
Would you say that back in 25 years ago you just didn't know about the cost on the environment of that farming has?
We certainly weren't aware of it to the extent that we are now, and it's great to see my grandchildren are far more environmentally aware than I ever was at their age.
So improving it for the future generations.
Very much so. Well, that's what actually drives us.
Yeah. Now back to the Kiwi Care Group. Is it a voluntary organisation?
It is. We're all volunteers, and we've got quite a number that do our traps. Each trap has to be serviced every month, and we've got 15 or 20 people that are actively involved in that all year, and it's an all-year project, and it's a forever project, which means that we'll always have to trap.
And what is your personal motivation for conservation work?
Hearing a kiwi call at night. We can sometimes hear them call from home, and then seeing my grandchildren on the place enjoying it, and then seeing the native birds, the numbers increase. There's far more birds around than there ever were when I was a child the same age as my grandchildren.
Yeah. Now apart from kiriru, do you have any other favourite birds?
Well, the kiwi, obviously, that's pretty special, and we've got quite a number of bittern too, the Australasian bittern. They're extremely rare. Apparently there's about 1,000 left in New Zealand. Well, we see 3 on a pretty regular basis, so that's pretty neat too.
While kiriru are not endangered, they are still vital to the survival of our native forests and fauna. Now for our weather for Thursday. Rain forecast for Thursday now. That is Central News for today. Like us on Facebook, centralnews.tv, or email us news@tvcentral.co.nz. Coming up on tomorrow night's program, the Hamiltonian living out of her car. It's White Ribbon Day on the 25th, so we look at warning signs for abusive relationships and the river plan for Hamilton. Until then, I'm Hilary Entwistle. I hope you have a lovely evening.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.